This is Dennis Williams, the creator of CashMap. Thank you for joining me for part 1 of a 5-part series on accelerating paying off a mortgage, or it could be any loan, and the underlying principles that enable you to keep your dollars working 24/7. So let's get started. Here's our scenario. It's an individual who has a $375,000 mortgage at 4.5% for 30 years. They deposit a little over $6,900 a month. Their monthly expenses are roughly $6,500, leaving them about $500 left after bills are paid, and they have $10,000 in savings. Now, over 12 months, would you spend $130 in interest from your line of credit to make $20,500 in principal payments that would enable you to make an additional $13,000 in principal during the year, that allows you to pay off the loan 21 months earlier? That saves you $27,000 roughly in interest payments, and building a savings balance of $14,000 at the end of the first year. Or would you just grow savings to $21,000, earning $354 in interest? If you chose the first option, the mortgage will be paid off in 15 years. You'll save yourself almost $108,000 in interest payments. You'd build $86,000 in savings over 15 years before taxes. And in 29 years, you'd build $1.1 million in savings if you continue to use the same strategy. The solution uses a $15,000 line of credit at 5% interest. Now, why does it work? Well, first, the loan is in effect being refinanced at less than 3%. The line of credit is being used to make additional loan payments to that mortgage. Your income is being deposited in the line of credit as soon as possible, and you've taken your living expenses and shifted them to the end of the billing period of the line of credit, and for the purposes of this demonstration, that will be on the 30th of the month. This dramatically lowers the average daily balance on the line of credit, and so the interest you pay on the line of credit for this first year is just $130. So you'll learn more about this in parts 2 through 5, about what's behind using debt to pay off debt, the extra principal payments that avoid interest costs, that you learn the power of the average daily balance that's not taught or learned by finance professionals or banking. You learn the importance of the billing cycle on your line of credit, and you learn to safely use a line of credit to build wealth. And this enables you to see the power of your dollars working 24/7. So we have 5 easy steps that we're going to be following. First, you're scheduling your expenses to the 30th of the month, which is at the end of the line of credit billing period. Second, you're going to project your future income increases. You will then decide how much you're going to save each month. You enter this information in the line of you enter your loan and line of credit details, and then you save the results and compare with what-if scenarios that you make, and then decide which one you're going to use. So to start, we're going to schedule our income and expenses, and for this particular household, they get money deposited on the 1st and the 5th on a bi-monthly cycle. Their mortgage is paid on the 15th, and their other expenses are all shifted to the 30th. We're using this in the CashMap Pro Optimize Your Average Daily Balance. It shows you exactly what you scheduled. The graph on the right shows you the average daily balance, and we're using it as if it was an asset, in which the goal is to keep your average daily balance as high as possible. Next, move on to use your cash flow. And in this example, what we're going to do is project that every year their income is going to increase by 2%, and of every 2% increase, you're able to apply 40% of it to increasing your cash flow. The cash flow report on the right shows you what your income will increase by every year, what your monthly cash flow will be for the next year, and here's the graph that shows it over a 15-year period of time. It shows it as a graph and individually. Next, you move on to savings, in which we're going to take 20% of your positive cash flow and apply it to savings. We're going to use a diversified approach by taking a third to conservative, a third to balanced, and a third to aggressive. And again, you have a graph that kind of shows you every year what the impact of this in growing your savings. Next, you move to your loan detail. Shows the beginning of when the loan starts, the interest rate, the principal. You can decide if you want it to calculate the present balance for you, or you can input it, and then the information regarding your line of credit. The CashMap then shows you the payoff date, your interest savings of what you can expect. It shows you for the first draw from your line of credit how to get started. It then in turn shows you for this first year what the trigger is for repeating another draw from your line of credit and what that amount is, and the estimated line of credit amount needed for the solution. And here's the comparison of the balance. By keeping your dollars working 24/7, it in turn shows the growth in savings once the loan is paid off. And it shows you month by month the extra payments that you're going to make and the impact on the line of credit. Once your loan is paid off, you're actually applying 90% of your positive cash flow to grow your savings. And you'll see here what that impact is once the loan is paid off over your increase in savings. And on the left, on the bottom, what your savings balance will be. You now can use CashMap to create what-if scenarios, like what if you have a lower cash flow? In other words, after your bills are paid, there's less to apply. What if your income grows faster than 3%? What if more than 20% is applied to savings? And what if your savings rate, as we did in this example, is greater than 2%? You create the scenario and then you see what's possible. In this example, if we were to say, what if we were to save 55% of the annual increase in your income? This is saving $76.41 instead of $55.57 each month. The mortgage is paid off a year faster. There's an additional $6,000 in interest payments that get avoided, and your savings balance grows an additional $209,000. And the solution is still using less than a $15,000 line of credit. So you're able to save your scenario in My Maps. You in turn can save this scenario for your future reference. You can create a new what-if scenario, and you then decide which is your favorite. You can compare and then check later, compare your results, and of course you're deciding which one that you choose. So to learn more about the underlying principles, again, watch the rest of the series as well as visiting cashmapapp.com. We've got over 90 articles, ebooks, and interactive resources and consulting options that you can choose to get you on your way. And other scenario ideas, by all means, please send it to me at admin@cashmapapp.com. Thanks for joining me.